too much, but go ahead and turn. Can you say it? Good job. Okay. And please sit for me, both of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, this is an interesting test, right? Well, it's an interesting test for interesting times. This is not exactly the kind of test that would normally happen. Normally, there'd be a couple more people here. Tests are a little different. But both of you have gotten to this point. You have gotten to the point of your training where you're ready for your next evaluation or your next promotion. Now, Scarlett, this is your first one. For you, this one should hopefully be an easy test. It's meant to be. It's meant to be the easiest one because it's the first time. You don't know what a test looks like yet, so we try to ease you into it. Now, the higher belt you get, the harder the test becomes. That's the idea. So Miss Michelle here is going from our yellow stripe rather, to our green belt, which at our school is the transition between a higher belt and a lower belt. So that means her test is going to be a bit harder. She's going to have certain things that you don't have to do. But she's been through a lot more tests than you, so she knows how things are going to work. She's not going to be surprised by anything. Now here's the thing, Scarlett. I'm not trying to trick you though. So if you don't understand what I'm looking for, if you're not sure what I want you to do, just like in class, I want you to just raise your hand and let me know so I can help you understand what I'm looking for. Does that make sense? Perfect. Okay. And Miss Michelle, like I said, this test hopefully not too scary. Now before I say everyone gets nervous. When I test, I get nervous. And that's a good thing. That means you care. That means you want to do a good job. That means it matters to you. It's not just, hey, I tested great. Right? It's, hey, I put in all this work. I want to show how much work I put in. And that's great. But that never means, Scarlett, that you're going to have a perfect test. I don't expect you to. If you expect yourself to, that's fine. But if you make a little mistake, I don't want that to bother you. And remember what I always say. In start of class, we often start with a breathing. And that breathing is meant to set you up for success. If you make a mistake in a test, if you start getting nervous, if you're not sure what to do, the first thing we do is revert back to our breathing. Give some nice slow breaths. And then see if you can figure out what went wrong or what you should do. And if at that point you can, great. And if not, that's when you raise your hand. So, both of you, please stand for me. Let's get started with our test. Now, Miss Michelle and Miss Scarlett, can we actually switch places, please?
Yes, sir.
Like I said, that'll, I think, make it a little bit easier to see, but I'm going to be moving this around quite a bit today. So, Scarlett, and actually Miss Michelle, that's fine. Can I see an attention stance, please? Check. And Junbi. So, ready stance, good. Can both of you take your right leg back and step into a sparring stance, please? Hut. Good. To start with today, I'm looking for a reverse middle punch. On my count, I'm going to twist your body, bring the punch right out, and bring it right back in. Ready? Hut.